Hey guys, Larry here, and today I've got the Lowel Prime LED light. LED lights have recently become more popular for studio lighting for a variety of reasons, and they're not just for video shoots either. Photographers are using constant light more and more in the studio as opposed to strobe lighting because what you see is truly what you get. LED lights run cool to the touch, allowing talent and property to be in close proximity to the lights without the risk of being harmed. Now, hot lights can be very dangerous, and one of the benefits of LED lights is the comfort factor. Because the lights stay cool, your studio and the room and your talent will all stay comfortable. Today, we have the Lowel Prime LED 400. Now, one of the first things I noticed was how lightweight this light fixture actually is. It's kind of surprising, and I started imagining myself using it for location shoots. It's a bright light with a good surface area, but it's lightweight enough that I can easily mount it on a light stand myself without the need for an assistant. With totally quiet fanless operation, this light is great for lighting video, and since it's only 3.5 inches deep, it's also good for lighting in tight or unusual spaces, fitting where hot lights simply won't go. So this light is an excellent choice for videography as well as still photography. The Lowel Prime LED has a high color rendering index of 91. And since anything over 90 is considered superior color rendition, you can count on reliable color. The Lowel light is available in a daylight 5600 degrees Kelvin version or tungsten at 3200 degrees Kelvin. Of course, tungsten lighting is traditionally used in theater lighting and indoor incandescent lighting, and is typically warmer in color temperature, leaning toward the red end of the spectrum. On the other hand, 5600 degrees Kelvin, what we call daylight, is a closer approximation of midday sunlight and is technically a cooler, bluer light. But keep in mind, you can easily and inexpensively modify the color temperature by clipping gels into the light. And since LEDs run so cool, you never have to worry about your gels melting. Having a few gels gives you even more versatility with these LED lights. Now, LEDs are more sturdy than other lights, and they aren't as fragile as halogen bulbs or expensive HMI lights, so they're worth considering, especially if you have to travel. Lowel LEDs are also pretty much maintenance-free with a 50,000 hour lamp life. One other thing to note, if you're new to LEDs, lots of varying qualities of LEDs are out there and varying qualities of controls for those lights. Well, the LEDs and electronics used in Lowel lights are among the highest quality available. In the end, that means you'll get great reliability along with the exact color and brightness you'd expect. Now, we don't have a $25,000 light spectrum analyzer here in our studios, but we do have access to camera gear and software that lets us measure the color temperature of light sources for photography purposes. And with our test gear, we measured the degrees Kelvin of the Lowel Prime to be accurate within 1% of the claimed color temperature. And honestly, I'd be willing to trust the Lowel engineers and their claims of a color rendering index value of 91 because they do have access to those expensive lab tests. Just to give you a feel for the performance of this light in video production, we set it up 10 feet away from our subject, and then we filmed with the dimmer set to 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. So you can see for yourself that these lights really perform. Now, pay attention to the light meter readings too. Videographers can see what the frame rate and iris settings need to be, based on the dimmer switch settings. Now, lots of times we think of a good equipment investment in terms of the quality of the item itself, and Lowel products always fall into that category. But Lowel LED lights are also a good investment because of the low electrical draw, and that means saving money on lighting electricity and studio air conditioning. And as somebody who stands under studio lights regularly, I can assure you that if you're shooting pets and people, they'll last a lot longer under the glow of these LEDs. The standard beam angle is 50 degrees and it can be narrowed to 20 or 30 degrees with optional honeycomb grids. Now, make sure you heard that first part, 50 degrees. See, many manufacturers use LEDs that have little lenses in them, and that focuses the relatively weak light that comes from the mass-produced, inexpensive LED bulbs. The bulbs and electronics Lowel uses allow for not only great color accuracy, but a smooth field of light that covers a broad 50-degree area. So that's another reason you should consider the optional grids. They allow you to go from a very wide angle of light and then focus your light down to a much smaller beam. A smaller beam allows you to more precisely highlight the subject if that's your desired effect. And don't worry that lights will require lots of scrims or diffusers because they're too bright. That's because the Lowel LED is manually dimmable, and it's also controllable through a built-in DMX. And they aren't just a little dimmable either. You can go from 100% down to 0 and everywhere in between. Talk about versatility. One other thing about this light is the controls. If you're familiar with DMX, you know it's an important feature for studio operation when you need to control the light through a lighting console or control panel. If DMX controllers sound like a luxury that you might not need, consider that they'll let you adjust your light intensity remotely without having to climb ladders to mounted lights. There's a built-in multi-voltage power supply, integral double handles that make it easier to adjust the light, and it comes with a 5/8" stand mount, or the Lowel LED Prime can be used on a pipe mount with the included C-clamp. So I think this is an impressive, versatile light for all kinds of video and still shooting. But don't just take my word for it. The Lowel Prime LED was the winner of Video Maker Magazine's Best of NAB 2011 award for lighting gear. Now, the grids I mentioned earlier are an optional accessory, but the filter frame is a standard accessory. One of the first things I'd do is spend a few bucks getting some different cuts of gels so you're ready to use the Lowel LED panel in any shooting environment. The frame slides right into the light accessories slot, and it's excellent for color balancing with existing lights or for special effects. And for the record, the Lowel Prime LED also comes with the C-clamp, the female light stand fitting, and a safety cable. So here you have a great high-end light that's also an energy saver. It's lightweight, it runs cool, it's safe, and really controllable. It's great for basic setups, studios, or even travel. And it's from a quality name in photographic video lighting, Lowel. With the Lowel Prime LED 400, I'm Larry Becker. Thanks for watching.
For more information, please visit us online, give us a call, or stop by our New York City Superstore. You can also connect with us on the web.